Now, during this parliamentary session, I actually posed a question to the Minister of Finance. And late yesterday, he gave me a written reply. Of course, it's an oral question that was posed. And the question was based on how much has the government spent on private consulting companies from the day that Najib became Prime Minister in April 2009 to October 2013. The number that I received, they gave me a written reply. I looked at it, it was staggering. It's 7.2 billion, the total. So I think this is a serious issue. And if you do the computation, what we did was we break down the 58 months together, and then we did a calculation to the day. They're spending on average $4 million a day on private consulting companies, or 125 million a month. Now, if you see the paper that we've circulated to you all, you can see the years and how much they spent. 2009 they spent 1.2 billion, 2010 1.6, 2011 1.7, 2012 1.8, 2013 the number is not complete yet at the end of the year. So I think that one, usually they pay the consultants end of the year, or they pay later and they backdate it. So we don't know the actual number for that. But from analyzing from 2009 to 2012, we know that the consultancy usage has increased at a rate of 13.5% average. That's very high. That means Najib started as Prime Minister, and then he started using more and more consultants. This is a rate of consultancy increase of 13.5% a year, much faster than economic growth. In fact, it's double the annual GDP growth rate. Now, why is this trend of using consultancy spending a worry? It's a worry because consultancy fees by nature is not fixed. They might be a percentage, but it's many different variations of what the costing should be. It's not like going to the market to buy a car. You know the car price is how much. Consultants charge a discretionary, arbitrary fee. So it's very important with such a big amount that the government has spent that they must come and clarify and give further details and give more transparency on the issue. But I think more important is the fact that when they use consultants to this kind of large numbers, then what kind of message is the Prime Minister sending to the civil service? The civil service got architects inside, JKR's got engineers, they got quantity surveyors, they got lawyers in the AG chambers, they got accountants at the Jabatan Audit. All these are professional people in the government. Why is the government or Najib relying so much on private consulting firms? This is a big worry. Yeah? Does it mean that he doesn't believe in the civil service ability to deliver policy? Or the KSU, or the Director Generals are policy makers. They're trained, 20 years, 30 years. Why is the government not relying on these people for the proper things, but instead relying on private consultancy? So I think the big issue here is we would like to, YB Gui and myself, we would like to ask the ministers of all the relevant ministry to voluntarily disclose how much are they spending on consultants and who are they spending on and for what purpose. If the ministers do not voluntarily disclose, what we'll do is we'll use the question time. We'll ask Pakatan Rakyat members of parliament to pose all these questions individually to each ministry so that we can get better details. Because 7.2 billion is a lot of money. Yeah? And lastly, we will talk to PAC and also to the Auditor General so that next year's Auditor General report will give a special attention to 7.2 billion of spending and consultancy.